A recovery mission tonight on the Lester River after a teenage boy goes missing this afternoon.
This apparent drowning comes just days after a 16-year-old boy from Duluth drowned in Island Lake. Tracy Tolentino live in the newsroom with the latest. Tracy?
Nick and Mackenzie, another tragic water accident this afternoon. The call came in just after 4, reports of a missing teenage boy on Lester River. Witnesses at Lester River tell us the boy, who they say is a 13-year-old from Duluth, was jumping up near the Deeps, a popular swimming spot, when he slipped into the quick-moving waters. They also tell us a friend jumped in after the boy to save him, but could not. That friend was able to make it out of the water safely. Duluth Fire Department and the St. Louis Rescue Squad both on scene. After about an hour, the search for the missing boy turned into a recovery mission.
His best friend told him not to go, and he did, and his friend tried to save him, but he couldn't save him.
A stream of emotion from those who knew him best.
I was supposed to go with him yesterday. Yeah, but I didn't end up going. My mom said no. He was a very outgoing, down-to-earth, very caring guy. He's very nice.
This as rescuers continue recovery efforts using remote-operated underwater equipment.
Last night we did some dragging. Now the water is slowed down enough to where we can actually get sonar and our remotely underwater vehicles in.
Investigators say the incident appears to be accidental.
Based on what we've investigated, speaking with on-scene first responders, witnesses at the scene, it does appear that the 13-year-old boy did go into the water voluntarily, so we're not looking at any type of criminal act.
While safety officials say local swimming spots like the Deeps can be safe, they urge swimmers to use their best judgment.
To come here and just swim under normal conditions, it's relatively safe. But to come here after a rain, it's dangerous.
Good evening, everybody. A family plans the funeral for their 13-year-old boy who drowned at Duluth's Deeps last week.
Now, the mourning father grants his first interview after the weekend recovery of his son's body.
Jacob Kittilstad hears the memories firsthand. Jake, seems like such a strong family to talk so soon.
They're leaning on each other for support, Dan and Mackenzie, but the humor they describe in Jefferson Bowen Jr., or Bubba to his family, seems irreplaceable. The prized possession of a young boy sits unused in a quiet room, a room empty after fatherly advice goes ignored.
But the rule was never the Deeps. But he's a 13-year-old boy.
Hope held out for a happy ending last Tuesday for only minutes. Roaring Water told the story of a dangerous rock jump made by Jefferson Bowen Jr.
But as soon as, we saw it, my heart just melted.
But driven by fear, this dad wanted in.
He tried pleading with us, saying, I'm a SEAL, I know how to do this stuff, and there's no way he would have been, even with his training of how long he was a rescue diver, there's no way anybody could have survived that.
Especially not the goofy kid friends and family say could light up a room with his laugh.
I have friends that bought him footy pajamas for Christmas, and they asked me, do you think Bubba would like those? No, he's 12 at the time. He's 12, he won't like those. They showed it to him, he put them on, and he didn't take them off for a month.
Just feels empty, like there's no one around to pick on me or tease me and stuff.
And with a loved one swept away so quickly, any coping is difficult.
He's not his place at the dinner table. I can't go in his room. I can't go in his court.
But as support surrounds family from the community and recovery crews, Jeff Sr. calms himself by remembering the time he did spend with his son.
I'm very fortunate that I got to tell him that I was so proud of him.
Skateboards lined the outside of the Vineyard Church this morning, paying tribute to Jefferson Bowen Jr. While inside the church, through laughter and tears, family and friends celebrate the life of the young Duluth teen.
It's just hard to believe that he's gone. I miss him.
He just had this magnetic smile about him, this magnetic presence that everybody kind of wanted to be around him.
With his bright smile and sparkling eyes, friends remember Jeff Bowen Jr. as the type of guy to always have their back.
Stick up for me every day. I remember one time I got picked on and beat the crap out of this one kid and broke his nose. I stood there laughing at the kid because he was sitting on the ground, and Jeffrey got in trouble, and Big Jeff told me I took him out for ice cream after that.
And Jefferson Bowen Sr. remembers his son, his best friend, whom he affectionately calls Bubba.
But at the end of the day, he'd always give me a hug and said, "I love you, Dad."
Yet through their grief, Jeff Bowen Jr.'s family is grateful to the rescuers for working around the clock for nearly 6 days searching.
That could have been anybody's son, daughter. And those guys and girls just worked their tails off for my son. They were there day or night.
The thought of somebody being there at the river 24 hours a day until Jeff was found, it just gave us a sense of peace.
Bringing a sense of peace, remembering Jefferson Bowen Jr.
I just miss him so much. And I know he's looking down and seeing all these people here, all the skateboards. And he would be very, very happy. Every morning I wake up, there's days that I yell for him, get up for school, and his sister will come down crying, "Dad, Bub's not here."
And there's other times that he's just really stressed and doesn't know what to do. Difficult getting out of bed in the morning and getting motivated.
But this memorial, pulled together by concerned friends and neighbors, shows how Bubba's memory inspires charity, a message family says was key to their son's humanity.
He just could make everybody smile. When I was having a bad, hard day at work or school or something, "Dad, smile, be happy."
Proceeds from the benefit will go to the St. Louis County Rescue Squad, filled with members who work 24-hour days during the frantic search.
They just like stepped right up, and it's like they were holding us the whole time. Their arms were around us constantly, and just they were constantly letting us know what was going on.
They have made us family. They drive by our house, they hit their sirens, they stop by all the time.
The new friendships mirror the old, and although those feelings will never die, the idea of the unlucky jumper in Lester River floats away after learning how many Jeff affected.
Sometimes I just feel alone, but sometimes I know he's in a better place. Like, Jeff was my best friend. It feels weird, like, I don't know, I can never replace him, and I'm gonna live my life for Jeff.
The sheer amount of cash brought in by Bowen's memory meant friends and family needed to create a nonprofit organization. They're planning a 5K run and college scholarship for next year, as well as continuing support for the St. Louis County Rescue Squad.